We take a look at our first tail of the tape of the night. Noah Hermosillo, 27. Jacob Pais is 23. Pais is very tall for the weight class at 5 feet 11 inches, but Noah Hermosillo's big reach, long arms, negate that advantage as they both turned in a 71-inch reach. Jacob Pais in the red trunks. Hermosillo absorbs a spinning kick in the green.
Pais really tall for the weight class with the high guard. Look at Hermosillo though with the spinning taekwondo style kick. Hard low kick attempted. Two southpaws against each other as well. Now Hermosillo does like to wrestle out of a southpaw stance. You will see him switch to orthodox to strike like we saw there. But interesting.
Across to throw that spinning back fist, and now here it doesn't change. Blast double, didn't have to get low for it. And Pais will elect to close the guard and try to work with those long limbs.
Yeah, Pais looked like he was going for a rubber guard straight away there, but now he's got an open guard. Hermosillo is passing straight away. But the good thing for Pais is that the cage is to the opposite side of him. There's scrambling space, as you can see. Looks for an ankle for a moment there.
Scramble there by Pais, and he got himself out the back door, but not able to elevate just yet. Now back to his feet. Pais tries a front kick. Hermosillo tests a high kick and goes with the other leg. Another takedown for the former D2 national champion.
Big strikes already from this guard position. Hermosillo's got to watch out for Pais creeping his legs up to control his shoulders. But this mauling style from the top positions, very old school MMA style, I like to watch it. Big smashing elbow. Pais got to be cautious here, he doesn't get opened up early in the fight. Got to try and tie his opponent's limbs up.
Pais trying to land some elbows from his back. That ball peen hammer style onto the top of Hermosillo's head.
Staying low to the chest, Hermosillo. Trying to circle those big power punches around the side. Keep seeing Pais creep his legs up though. Very good movement in the bottom position to stay away from a lot of these power shots. There's that elbow again, Sean. Cracks it to the side of his temple.
You saw in the introductions, Noah Hermosillo fighting now at a State College, Pennsylvania, of course, the home of Penn State University. It was actually conversations with Bo Nickel, the multiple-time All-American Nittany Lion, encouraged Hermosillo to come out, start training with the wrestlers at Penn State. The MMA fighters now being produced out of that wrestling program. Good job by Pais to block that elbow with a little frame on the inside.
It can be so difficult for some of these young fighters that have got an outstanding wrestling pedigree and then they want to transition into mixed martial arts. Often they can't get matched as an amateur. Hermosillo turning pro early on in his career, but of course he's got the wrestling credentials and skills already. You can see how confident he is in this position and also how comfortable he is competing in arenas full of people as well. Good cracking elbow, and just starting to see Pais slow down a little now. He's not quite as active as he was off his back, finding himself trammed up against the fence with little movement space. Nice step over there for Hermosillo. This guillotine attempt could be dangerous. He's got lots of transitions here. You can see him trying to pull his arms into a Dars position, and he's done it. He's got that Dars position locked up, Sean.
Arms are locked in the right position, and he's got the right leg of Pais gathered, so he cannot extricate his hips. Now Hermosillo out more to a front headlock position, and he'll try to re-grip.
Yeah, good work by Pais making space in here, though. This is a dangerous position. Still with 45 seconds left. Survive that one, that's great work.
Gritty performance there on the defensive end for Pais. Forced a big squeeze out of Hermosillo too. We'll see if he has to shake those arms out. Leg kick from Pais. Misses on the next one. Little showmanship there from
Oh,
Jacob
guillotine.
Pais. He thought about it, then let go, and once again, a takedown for Hermosillo.
It seemed like just enough of a threat to give Hermosillo pause on that takedown. Might be something useful for Pais in the next round if he can keep threatening that guillotine.
One round in the books. Start of round two. Jacob Pais, Noah Hermosillo. Dominant round with the wrestling. Pais once again stunting a little bit, perhaps trying to goad his opponent. Good long left hand.
Very measured left hand as well. Not really throwing a lot of power. Knows full well that Hermosillo wants this fight back on the floor. This is good for Pais. I like those feints with that rear knee as well. He tries to keep kicking at the same time. Pais leaning away from that big left hand might not work well for him though, because he's going to set up the takedown. He needs to try and stay low and crouched, and again kick on the same line. Crazy. Lovely takedown, so fast.
And you saw how that time he turned the corner rather than just blasting through because of the movement on Pais.
Yeah, did a really good job of getting him around the guard momentarily. Pais has managed to recover close guard. Now he's going to start to creep up again. Start to tie shoulders up. And again with those elbows. Ouch.
What you're seeing from Noah Hermosillo here is an effective way to negate any height advantage that your opponent has. I mean, we talked about how big Pais is for a featherweight. He's almost 6 feet tall, which is really rangy for this weight class. Doesn't matter nearly as much when you're on the ground.
The thing is as well, Hermosillo, with this wrestling pedigree that he's got, with the smooth skills that he's got transitioning through from one takedown to another, it's very easy at this point in his game to start adding new things to it. Rear naked chokes, as we know that he's got, but good ground and pound as well. Can opener attempt here.
Little
really
neck
useful.
crank for your fun.
Good against a tall opponent as well in this position. It might force Pais to open his guard.
Elbow to the ribs there,
Yeah,
just
like
under
that.
the chest. Don't see it a lot, could be effective.
Jacob Pais has got such long legs that a regular closed guard doesn't seem to give him the control that a normal person's would. You see him trying to pinch with his knees from time to time, trying to squeeze the midsection. I think he's struggling to control the upper body of Hermosillo.
Halfway through the fight, and it might be time for Pais in his corner to address whether or not he wants to work in a closed guard or it's worth the risk forcing a scramble. He goes the figure four body lock on bottom, trying to turn, scoops under that left leg of Hermosillo to get an angle on potentially an arm bar or a choke.
Steady mauling pressure, keeping his head right under the chin of Pais. I agree with you, Sean. I think Pais needs to start pushing away here. He needs to start getting feet on hips or knees inside. He could even potentially start to use some butterfly guard if he can get his legs into position.
Hermosillo now face palming Pais. Old school mixed martial arts. Doesn't hurt your opponent, but certainly aggravates any breathing attempts. Makes vision tough. TakedownShop.com, official apparel sponsor of the PFL. Scan the QR code on your screen right now.
Pais just cannot get an angle on his opponent. Every time he gets his hips out to one side, Hermosillo covers. Some frustration here from Pais and from the crowd. Pais is going to try and creep up with his legs again, but you can see the position of Hermosillo, and now the sweat, the perspiration on his back, making it difficult to get any kind of purchase. Looks like he's going straight for it. That's an interesting squeeze. It's like an awkward arm triangle position.
And you see him just bulldogging Jacob Pais back to a more traditional posture so he can squeeze this. He's a little too high right now on the arm triangle.
Goes out of the cage.
Flips the hands over. We've seen this modification from some of those Dagestani wrestlers.
Show me a thumbs up.
Look, if he's got a good enough squeeze, he can get this. He's going with the reverse grip position. Pushes himself back into mount, but look how the body of Pais is loaded. You would expect him to be able to bridge.
Final few seconds of round number 2. Hermosillo finishes on top of Jacob Pais. Hermosillo in the green and Jacob Pais in the red. High work rate from Noah Hermosillo in those first 2 rounds, Dan, and it is his pro debut, so he's used to fighting 3-minute rounds, but you don't really get to question the gas tank of a former national champion college wrestler.
No, exactly that. You've got to expect his pace to be able to maintain, but Pais is going to keep putting pressure on, especially because of the way that the fight's gone so far. At the start of that second round, he landed some good shots, a couple of really good left hands, and if Pais can keep softening up that lead leg, he's going to take away some of the shooting power of his opponent.
Throwing more up the center channel now, giving Hermosillo something to think about on those takedown attempts. You can say a lot of things about the fight so far for Jacob Pais, but you cannot say he's not having fun and giving the fans something to look at.
That was a great effort, fully passing the guard, but look how Jacob Pais is able to recover his guard. But he's got to do something with it this round. He can't spend the next 4 minutes in this position. He has to get his feet on the hips, he has to start posturing and making space, or he has to be aggressively threatening with submissions, which is going to be very difficult considering how much moisture is on the shoulders of Hermosillo.
We'll listen into the Pais corner to see what they're telling him to do.
Push him! Push him! Let's go!
Body by the head, body by the head. Keep it working, Dad.
Gentlemen,
Let's
focus
go!
on the fight.
Hit him! Good! Elbows! Elbows! Big elbows!
Big elbow now, big elbow now. Let's go.
Post on the chest, post on the biceps, with elbow.
Let's go, Noah! Push! Push! Push, Noah!
That was the Hermosillo corner, rather, trying to coach their fighter into a finish here in round 3.
Yeah, Pais keeps going to that body triangle from guard, and that's notorious for slowing the position down. There are no submissions that can come from that position. And it just doesn't seem to be able to control the shoulders at this point of Hermosillo. He's just tenderizing him at this point.
Pais climbing into a higher guard there, but doesn't last because of how slippery they are.
Yeah, he's got to be time to take some risks at this point. I think he needs to start kicking away, getting feet on hips. He might even have to give his back to get up, or scramble to the fence and start to use the fence to get back up. Oh, a triangle sets up. Hermosillo's trying to smash past it. Does a good job, leaves his leg behind though. Knee bar attempt.
And now he's switching
the ankle lock.
Looked like he was going to try that inside heel hook temporarily, but now Pais finds himself threatened with an arm triangle. Good scramble there for Hermosillo, and of course, that is a skill you would expect someone with his wrestling credentials to have.
That was ideal though for Pais. He needs more of that. 2 more minutes to go. He needs to be throwing more at his opponent from this position. Take some risks. Open your guard. Try and let him pass. He's kind of stalemating himself at this point. Nice elbows.
Noah Hermosillo has thrown elbows to the body from this top control position more than I think I've ever seen anyone do. Could be a signature weapon for him as his career progresses.
Pais still trying to climb his legs up, having less success now than he did in the first round. It's got to be time to switch up his game plan here. Minute to go. Hermosillo is going to be happy to stay here and keep pounding. Nice hammer fist to the body, short elbow to the face. Pais is going to be frustrated with this fight.
Come on, Jacob. You ain't gonna give me some weak ass jiu-jitsu shit. What's wrong with you? You suck, dude. For being on your back the whole fight.
The microphone, the cage side, catching a little conversation between the fighters.
Here, a little bit of frustration there from Pais. complaining about the style of fighting, but he's currently trapped and got an arm pin, taking some shots. Coming down to 20 seconds now. Oh, nice. Short elbow. I kind of don't feel like this is going to be finished in 10 seconds time, Sean. I kind of feel like the referee might have to get in there and fully separate them. There's going to be some annoyance here from Jacob Pais.
Hermosillo stands up. An accurate prediction there from Dan Hardy. They wanted to talk it out a little bit more. We'll make it official. We'll get a judge's decision here in Washington, D.C.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to our judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Noah Hermosillo.
Click below to subscribe and watch more MMA content.